Joshua Van, a man that we thought couldn't get any haters in the UFC, but it looks like he's actually gained himself a bunch of haters now, and I think it's actually unbelievable in my opinion. But before we get into this video, please go down and like, subscribe, and let's get into it. So yeah, basically, Joshua Van has gained himself a bunch of haters now due to the Alexandre Pantoja fight. And if whoever's watching, I think all of you guys, whoever's watching, knows what happened. If you clicked on this video, it's basically at UFC 323. Alexandre Pantoja lost to Joshua Van by breaking his arm in the first 26 seconds of the fight, and Joshua Van is the flyweight champion of the world now. And Joshua Van's getting hate for it now due to, oh yeah, he didn't actually beat Pantoja. Why is he celebrating for winning getting a fluke win? And I think it's ridiculous. Yes. Did I think it was kind of a fluke win? Yes, it was definitely the way he did it. It was a fluke win, and but I don't think he should have been hated for celebrating. I agree with the celebrating part. The guy's life has changed. He's 24 years old, second youngest UFC champion of all time, and his life has changed now. But here's the thing, though. Okay, look. I was actually really excited for Joshua Van and Alexandre Pantoja. That was probably my most highly anticipated fight for the card at UFC 323 because the Merab and Jan fight. We already seen that once. Merab dominated him, and the new current form of Merab I thought was going to dominate Jan even more, or it would be slightly less more dominant, but he'd still beat Jan. But yeah, that turned out to be like a back and forth, incredible fight, fight of the night, and then Peter Yan won the fight. But so yeah, but this was my mostly anticipated fight on the card. Because Joshua Van, a lot of people were counting him out. Pantoja was supposed to go in there and just destroy him, and some people were saying Joshua Van would give Pantoja tons of problems. I thought Pantoja was going to win, but I thought Joshua Van was going to give him some big problems. I didn't think Van was just going to go out there easily, like lose easily, right? So yeah, I was very excited for this fight. And in the beginning, it looked great. Pantoja's hitting big shots in Van, and then Joshua Van grabs the head kick, puts Pantoja down. He slams him down, or throws him basically, and Pantoja lands in his hands and then breaks. I don't remember what arm he broke, but he broke his arm pretty bad, and that caused Joshua Van to win the flyweight title. And I get it. That is a fluke win. But he should not be getting hate for this and saying, oh, yeah, he doesn't deserve the belt. Because he caused that fluke to happen to Pantoja. He caused it to happen. Joshua Van won the fight because of what he did. Like, people were saying it should have been a no contest. Like, Van caused that damage. I get it. That would basically never happen in a fight. Like I think we can do like 100 more times the same sequence, and I think the fight with their arms wouldn't have been broken. I think Van Pantoja was just a very unlucky one, and yeah, but it was caused by Joshua Van. He caught the head kick of Pantoja. He threw him down. Pantoja broke his arm. It was caused by Joshua Van. And it's not fair to say, oh, yeah, he doesn't deserve the belt. I get it. It was, I think, a lucky win. But he still won the fight due to something that he did. He deserves to be the champion. It's like with what other fights? Sean O'Malley, Marlon Vera won. Marlon Vera hit a leg kick on Sean O'Malley that caused O'Malley's injury in his leg, which caused him to lose that fight. Guess what? Marlon Vera, I understand that was a fluke because there's a 1 out of 1 million chance O'Malley would get injured like that. He caught him like the most perfect place possible and caused O'Malley to get injured that way. But yeah, it was caused by Marlon Vera's kick. He won that fight. The damage he caused made O'Malley get that leg injury. I get it. It's very unlikely to happen, but it did. And then yes, O'Malley proved that he was better than him in the second fight. But Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blades won fight. Curtis Blades won that fight due to what he did to Tom Aspinall. I think checking the leg kick, which caused Aspinall for a leg to blow out in the first 15 seconds. Curtis Blades beat him. Of course, Aspinall proved that he's a better fighter later on by TKOing him in 1 minute. And yeah, but still, even though those are fluke wins, it doesn't mean they didn't win the fight. It was still caused by them. Like they're acting like Joshua Van won the belt, like it was an Aljamain Sterling situation. Like Aljamain Sterling was getting his ass beat in the entire fight in the first Peter Yan fight until he got that big knee, illegal knee landed on him, and then he started acting his way out to get the disqualification win, which caused him to win the bantamweight belt. It isn't like that at all. It isn't like that at all. And I get it. I wanted to see more of this fight. Joshua Van and Pantoja, I know was going to be a great fight, and you could see it from the beginning. But hey, that shit happens. And Van's the flyweight champion now. And just to say he can't celebrate for winning the belt is actually crazy. And I don't know why he's losing fans. He didn't follow through with any punches on Pantoja when he's on the ground. He stopped, and he went to go celebrate. Like, think about this right now. Like, the guy just, like, if these guys were in Joshua Van's shoes, you don't think they'd be celebrating as well? He won it in a clean way. Nothing illegal. He won the belt, and he's the flyweight champ now at 24. He could celebrate if he wants to. He could be happy. If it was an Aljamain Sterling performance, where he's like, oh yeah, I got, like, he wins by disqualification after getting his ass beaten, then yeah, I see you not celebrating because you didn't even do anything to win the fight. You were getting your ass beaten the entire time, and the reason why you won was because something that Jan did to you. You know what I mean? It's like, but yeah, But I like Joshua Van a lot. I'm not losing. Like, of course, I want to see the rematch happen. I want to see how Pantoja and Van would actually go. I want to see them actually like collide and have a great fight and see who's better skill for skill. I'd love to see that. But yeah, but here's the thing about Joshua Van. Instantly, he's already talking about fighting the next contender. He doesn't care if it's Pantoja in the rematch. He doesn't care if it's Tatsuro Taira. Just give him anyone. And I like that about Joshua Van. He's proven that he will fight anyone. Fighting Brandon Royval, the number one guy in 3 weeks, and having an incredible fight with him and winning that in a war. Van has that dog in him. He is one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC right now, in my opinion. And I think should be one of the most respected UFC fighters. Fought 4 times this year and became champ. Van is one of the most exciting fighters, in my opinion. Never has a boring fight. Has pretty good KO power at flyweight. And also, I think this brings tons of eyes to flyweight now, even more eyes. Because, what is it? Even though a lot of people do know how he won the belt and they're not really happy with it, he's still 24 years old. The guy is literally at the beginning of his flyweight career. He has a lot, he has still so many years to go in the UFC. Like, most people win the belt at like early 30s, like, in their primes, late 20s. Joshua Van just won the belt at 24. This is going to bring so much eyes to the flyweight division now due to having a 24-year-old champ, which is actually crazy. And yeah, but I like it though. He's not afraid to fight anyone, and he'll say he'll fight anyone next. Whoever is next for the belt, he'll fight them. Van is literally one of the most exciting people in the UFC right now, and I think he should get more respect than that. I don't think people should start hating on him. I understand that you'd be a bit salty because of how the fight went. And we all want to see a good fight. Believe me, I'm very disappointed in that. I wanted to see it would have been, yes, it would have been more satisfying if Van went like 5 rounds, competitive fight, and then yeah, beat Pantoja like that, or finished him in a more not fluke way. But still, he got the job done due to something that he did, and there should not be any hate on Joshua Van. Well, that is the end of my video, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.